Hey everybody, welcome to Culinary Characters Unlocked. I'm David Page. On this episode, she's from a small village in northern Thailand. He's from a suburb of Chicago. Together, they run the Lom Wong Thai restaurant in Phoenix, Arizona. And she recently won the 2025 James Beard Award as Best Chef in the Southwest. Here's Yotaka Martin. She goes by Sunny, and her husband, Alex Martin. Chef and Alex, how are you? Thanks for doing this.
Doing good.
Good.
Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for being had. How's everything in Phoenix aside from probably 3,000 degrees?
It's going well. Busy.
Yeah. Actually, this summer is not that bad, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, chef, Best Chef Southwest. I read that you had not even heard of the James Beard Awards until you found out you were nominated for last year's edition. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
They say it's the Oscars of the food. You had no idea.
Well, I growing up in Thailand and I live in a small town. And when I moved here, I am not working in the food industry. So everything is new to me, and I was just like, what's the James Beard when we get nominated? And Alex explained this to me. And I said, oh, wow. But, I still don't have the picture in my head. But I heard, James Beard is like, the Oscar for food or something like that. Yeah.
Well, you have the picture in your head now. You've been there. You've been up on stage.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did it feel like?
We both feel great. To be honest, we both very happy, very excited too. It's many emotional.
Alex, and you?
I think conflicted is the way I felt, to be honest. I was very, very proud of everybody at our restaurant. It was awesome to be able to see our whole team get to the level that we've gotten to and just get the reception that we've gotten at the restaurant. But the reason I say conflicted also is that I'm a little bit of a private, quiet guy. And so the theatric aspect of it, I didn't want it to diminish the community aspect of our restaurant.
Well, but chef, you go by the name Sunny, and your disposition, I think, matches that. So, are you maybe not so shy and quiet?
I don't think so. Yeah, I like to talk my personal.
When you say Phoenix, people think Mexican food. Or thanks to Chris Bianco and Pizzeria Bianco, now you think pizza. But Thai food? Who connects Phoenix and Thai food? How did you make your mark doing that there?
We both just, love food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just cook what we think like people should know that. People should have an option. We want to show them the picture of the Thai culture or the Thai, what's it called? Like a village food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think that Sunny not growing up here was an advantage. I think also I had never tried Thai food growing up. My first time trying Thai food was when I went to Thailand. So both of us learned about the food, either Sunny from just being there, or I learned about it from the perspective of Thai people. So when we came to the States, we didn't really have a preconceived notion of what Americans thought Thai food was. And we were like, all right, well, this is what Sunny's been eating her whole life. This is what I had been eating for, the 18 years or so that my career has been around Thailand at that point. So it just was very natural for us to do what we wanted to do with the food. And we felt confident that there would be a market. And if there wasn't, we were okay with that. We just wanted to do it how we wanted to.
Well, the answer to your first question is, what do Americans think of Thai food? They think it's pad Thai. We'll get to that in a minute. But now let's back up to the journey that got you both here. Chef, you grew up in a small town in Thailand. What's the name of the town? Where was it?
I growing up north, so my hometown is Chiang Rai province. It's like 2 hours from Burmese border. Very, very small.
To put it in perspective for what little Americans know about Thailand, how far from Bangkok?
1 hour flight.
An hour flight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like a a 16-hour drive, I think.
Gotcha. And growing up there, this was a small town you were in? A village?
Yes. Yes.
What did you eat?
Because we have northern, central, northeast, and southern Thai, every part of the Thailand, we have a different food or different type of the how did they cook their food, how did they represent it. So I grew up in a small kitchen. I learned to cook with my grandma and my mom since I remember. We eat everything. We growing up in a farm. My dad raised cow, fish, chicken, and pig.
You grew or raised most of what you ate?
Well, we do that for like ไม่ใช่กินแต่ขาย
Oh, so I mean, that was their family business.
Yeah.
And not just like her parents, but like all of the aunts and uncles who lived in small, like everyone can walk to each other's house kind of thing. Everybody grew different things. And then everyone has a garden where the different herbs grow, and they'll might have a mango tree or a longan tree or something like that as well. So whatever they didn't sell, they would keep to eat.
Did you enjoy cooking, or was it just one of those things you had to do because that's what you had to do?
Both. You know, yeah, both. Let's say my mom might go to the restaurant maybe once a month to eat out. But mostly my dad said, you're very good, you know, cooking at home. Why did I have to go out? They're not as good as you. So I growing up kind of like that in my family. So we enjoy cooking and enjoy eating. So far, so good.
Okay. I understand your Thai heritage. Alex, you have a different story.
A little bit.
Where are you from originally?
So I grew up a little bit north of Chicago, pretty close to like Northwestern University in a town called Glenview. I ended up in Thailand. It wasn't my original choice. I was always interested in history and Indian, Southeast Asian, East Asian religion. And in college, I was going for a cultural anthropology degree. And after my freshman year, I kind of was just like, I'm in the States studying about this. I'd like to go see for myself. And I was looking for programs to actually go to India because I was very interested in Indian folklore and epic poetry and a little specific. But there were no programs. I got offered Thailand. Some family members said I would love it, and ended up in a village in Thailand for about 2 months. Only foreigner, no one spoke English. And I fell in love. On my flight back, I was in a cab going to the Bangkok airport, and I called my mom. I was like, I don't want to get on this plane. I don't want to go back to school. And she said, find a way to finish school in Thailand then. So I came back for 3 months, figured it out, and then continued to live there until Sunny and I decided to come to the USA.
Wait, hold on. Back up. You kind of jumped over the meeting and marrying.
Yeah.
What were you doing there, and how did you guys meet?
Professionally, I was bringing American college students to study in villages across Thailand. So we were doing sustainable development, sustainable agriculture, conservation work. So I was working with different village communities on projects. I was living in Chiang Mai, and Sunny and I met at a Starbucks in Chiang Mai.
Wait, hold on. This is supposed to be a culturally exotic story, and you meet at a Starbucks?
At a coffee shop, yes.
Yes, thank you. That sounds a lot better.
Coffee culture is huge in Thailand, but yeah, I mean, I wish I had something more romantic to say, but true life, right? And we connected over food. We also connected over our interest in Buddhism.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 15 years ago. And very quickly, after about a year, met Sunny's family, and we became very close. Sunny began to come with me on projects, and meeting some of the community members I had been working with. What we would do at the end of the night after working, we'd always be staying with families, is we would go and cook with them. And we just began collecting recipes. And most of those recipes that we collected are now on the Lom Wong menu.
We'll be right back. Were you I hate this word, but I'll use it. Were you a foodie before you got over there?
Yes. Yeah, I would say, I mean, I love food. I grew up with my mother, who's an incredible cook. My family is good friends with Carrie Nahabedian. So like I had the chance to eat at Naha, when I was like in high school and learn about that kind of hospitality. And when I came to Thailand, that was definitely what opened up my mind to like a whole nother side of food and the connection to culture and how every different community across the regions of Thailand kind of use it as a way of like cultural preservation was something that was very captivating to me. And it reminded me of like the food my mom would cook in that sense of how much the food was part of our own identity growing up. And Sunny, kind of her family felt the same way about that. So I think we really connected on that kind of like pride for food. And I connected with like every community that I worked with as well on that.
Well, Chef, you grew up in a small village in the north. Now you're traveling with him to other parts of Thailand. Is this opening your eyes up to the other kinds of food in the country?
Yes. When we start dating, so Alex still bring the student to India. I think that's a first trip that we travel together. So he showed me, open my my mind. We went to India, Malaysia, Singapore. Is blow me out like, oh wow, just it's meant a lot to me for the food.
But what about the food of other parts of Thailand? Were you discovering that as well, or did you already know that?
Oh, for the southern Thai, the Mokland, when I tried their food, it's something totally different from when I grow up. Yeah, so every single dish, they use something, the ingredient, we don't have it in northern Thailand. It's only have in southern Thai, something like that. Yes.
Like what? What kinds of ingredients?
Like a seaweed and something is kind of look like mango. It's called lamut, but
it translates to like ancient mango, but it's different than what you would consider a traditional mango.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they use a lot of like black pepper, fresh seafood. It's just incredible.
So why did you guys? Well, did you get married in Thailand?
Yes.
Thailand, then we had a wedding in Chicago after.
Why did you decide? Well, when and why did you decide to come to the States?
2016.
Yeah, is when we decided to come to the USA. We had visited, Sunny had come and visited, I want to say 2 times before that.
Yeah, 2 times.
And I had finished grad school. We were kind of deciding what we wanted to do next. If we wanted to do like recreational tourism and food tours in Thailand. I was considering a PhD in like food systems as cultural preservation, and Sunny was working in customer service. So we were kind of going back and forth with it, not sure if we want what we actually wanted to do. But when we were visiting the States, we would always cook these meals for family and friends. So it was like 2 times a week, either my parents or my brother, one of my friends wanted to eat Thai food with us. And people kept on telling us we should open a restaurant, which is like 90% of the time a recipe for disaster. Like you've never worked in the food industry and your friend's like, oh, this food's good, start a restaurant. But we listened and we were visiting my parents who got a house in Arizona. My dad sat us down and was like, I don't think that you understand the life that you could build out here. If you tried to, I think you should consider coming to the States and going for this.
Chef, what's going through your mind when you're hearing this?
Well, I don't want to convince him to move back because I just like, oh, okay, I come to visit. I think I'm going to like it here. And then I just like, if we move it there and we don't like it, Thailand's still there, so we can move back. Whatever.
I didn't want to really move back as much.
Okay, so you've never run a restaurant. You've never cooked professionally. You've never lived in the United States.
Nope.
And you're going, yeah, what the heck? Let's move to Arizona and open a Thai restaurant in a state that doesn't have a whole lot of history of Thai food. You're courageous. Or were you just, let me put it this way. Did you have any idea of the risk you were taking on?
No, 0.
So tell me the story.
I was just like, whatever opinion, whatever option this I have, I'm going to jump in, even though I get it or I lose that. When you have your opportunity, just try it. That's what my parents teach me. You're not going to know till you do it.
So you moved here.
Yes.
In what year?
2017.
We moved to Washington
But we moved to the
State
Washington
first.
State.
Oh, so you didn't go right for the restaurant.
I was still working in education nonprofit out of Western Washington University, but we moved to Orcas Island and we're doing pop-ups there, kind of trying to prove our concept while making the full decision. Should we really go for the restaurant or should we try something hybrid?
Well, I guess the pop-ups convinced you.
They did. So yeah, we moved to Arizona in May of 2018. And then our first pop-up was in May of 2019.
And what were you cooking at this point, chef?
We just cook whatever I want to cook. It's just like, so we both kind of decide like, what should they eat? What should we present?
The dinner party that we started off, we didn't say what the menu would be. It was pretty much, this is for people who will eat anything and everything. I think our first pop-up was a culinary tour of 3 Thai villages. So we did like maybe 9 courses, something. It was like 3, 3, and 3.
I don't know if
It was
3 villages or it's just Northern Thai from my hometown.
Well, yeah, one of them, I know we did a bunch of different pop-ups. So we would sometimes do like just where Sunny's from or my Thai Grandma Wan Pen or the Moklin, or we do like a tour of those 3 villages. So we have a huge book of recipes that either Sunny has from her family or that I collected from Wan Pen or that we collected together from the Moklin. And then about a week before a pop-up or 2 weeks before, we would tell people what the theme of that was, but we wouldn't necessarily say what the food would be.
Let me just interject for 1 second. You've referred to the Moklin several times.
So the Moklin are an indigenous seafaring people from the south of Thailand, and they live in the provinces of Phuket, Phang Nga, and Ranong on the Andaman coast of Thailand. And I met them just about 10 years ago for work and really connected with them. After about 3 days of staying with them, I called Sunny and I was like, next year you need to come and meet them. So they're just a people that we have connected with very deeply, and they've really helped us shape our concept in the sense of like regional food, using our food as a medium to share the stories of our community as well.
Back in a moment.
The original pop-up was just Sunny and me, and we had one friend who helped us serve. We would source all the ingredients together, make all the curry paste, prep it all together, cook it all together, serve it all together, make all the cocktail pairings together. And very quickly, we just had a lot of people who had spent time in Thailand or certain people in like food critics who just really were interested in what we were doing.
This was in Phoenix.
Yeah, and we were able to create this community. We actually did it all in my parents' living room, and I don't think we told them until like 2 months in that we were throwing dinner parties in their living room when they were back.
Oh, because they were snowbirds. They were in Chicago. It's like Home Alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's funny. So when did you take the leap and open a brick and mortar restaurant?
2022.
2022, yeah. After that is COVID hit, but we still doing a carry out and, wearing a mask and hand this food to the people in the car.
Yeah, we do 3-course meals every week and we change the menu.
And then we're looking for the brick and mortar.
So yeah, we were looking for brick and mortar spots, tried going through real estate agents. They blew us off. Landlords were like, you guys don't have any business backgrounds, whatever. They blew us off. Then our landlord came to a dinner party and he loved our food. We became friendly. And a couple months later, we were offered Lom Wong. And so we were offered the space in like November, and Sunny at the time was pregnant with our son.
You're pregnant again, correct?
Everything's come at the same time.
When it rains, it pours. So we had to open up the restaurant we opened like 2.5 months after being offered the space.
Mm-hmm.
Chef, you have never cooked professionally. Now you're cooking professionally. Was it a wake-up call or did you slide right into it? How did it feel?
Just go on and on.
You quickly, I guess, developed a following?
Yes.
Serving things that had rarely been seen in Phoenix?
Yeah, we had a lot of press already from the pop-ups. We had a mailing list of a few thousand people. During COVID, when we pivoted to the carry-out, we'd have like 40 people waiting outside of our front door. Our neighbors thought we were selling drugs at first, and we went and brought them Thai food. So we kind of already had gained a following, and a lot of people in the food industry had done it. We filmed a documentary about our pop-ups after we were able to go back into like an in-person dinner party, and a lot of different chefs and restaurant owners started coming, and we just had a really supportive community. So when we opened up, we were pretty busy since we opened. And then 2023, we got our first James Beard nomination, and then more accolades started coming in. And so we've just kind of been off to the races since then.
Okay, Chef, talk to me about what you make. Tell me about some of the dishes that are either the most popular or that you're proudest of or that are the most interesting. What are you serving people?
We serving my mom recipe, and this we both approve this, is good enough to sharing it to the people. Alex have a Thai grandma. He know hers for
over 20 years
over
now.
20 years, and he take me to the village and met one pen. And the Southern Thai came from Alex as well. When we gonna cook the food, we thinking about the community that we working with and the food that we want to share. It's not just about the food. We share their story. We want to share where they come from, where is my family come from, who we are. The food that we cook, we make our own curry,
Well, let me stop you right there, because apparently you say curry to an American, first of all, you think India. Apparently, hand-making curry paste is a very big part of what you do. I read a description. You have a stone mortar and pestle, and there's various kinds. Explain to me, Chef, what is the importance of curry paste, and how do you make it, and why are there so many different kinds?
Curry paste is just like different family have a different ingredients. So when you add more spicy, you can add more spicy. You like more turmeric, you add more turmeric. Depends the flavor that you want. If you want more funky, you add more shrimp paste or something like that. Example, when I make my mom Sharinda curry is a beef curry. So I make the paste exactly how she taught me how to do. And not put 20 ingredients or something like that. Just a simple thing and keep it simple.
And you make this by hand every time? Or you make him make it by hand?
Sometimes she makes me make it. I think that the reason why making your own curry paste at our restaurant is something that we do is because to showcase the different flavors and peoples of Thailand, because the curry pastes are going to differ between regions, family to family, as Sunny mentioned, it does change, but it does also change region to region. There might be certain proclivities or certain ingredients that are used more or less. If we did it from a can, we would have a base flavor that we have to work with. We could doctor it up or down by adding some things, but there wouldn't be the customization and the ability to sincerely convey the dish as we had it from a certain person. So that's why we do it.
I'm going to bounce through the menu, at least as it's online today, and ask you about a few things. Fried bamboo? That's a thing?
It almost tastes like Thai French fries.
Or hash brown.
Or hash browns.
What part of Thailand is this from?
I think it's from Northern Thai. Because the first time that I eat that when my mom made me that.
Not taught? I'm going to mispronounce this and I apologize.
Not taught.
Yeah.
Fried bamboo, Thai basil, spicy and savory crushed peanut, nam jim dipping sauce. Is this an appetizer? Is it a snack? Does it come with something else?
We don't have appetizers or individual portions at Lom Wong. It's all meant to be shared and enjoyed simultaneously. So it's kind of like what it would be like if you were hanging out at Sunny's family farm or with Wan Pan or the Moklan, just a bunch of food on a table.
Okay, let me bounce through some more. This all looks fascinating. I'm going to get on a plane and come to Phoenix despite the summer heat. And again, I apologize for mispronouncing things, so please correct me. Lop Kwai dip? What is that?
You can call it buffalo tartar, lap kwai,
This is raw chopped buffalo?
raw. Yes. And we use spices from northern Thai.
So Sunny's mom sends the spices we need for the paste,
You cannot find in the States.
and then we make it here.
How is this different in taste or feel from beef tartare?
I think because of the spices that we use, and then we use the fish sauce.
Fish sauce is a very important ingredient, is it not?
Yes.
What does it add to a dish?
Salty umami.
I'm looking, you have so many. Describe this one to me. And again, I apologize for the pronunciation. Hoi she nam pla. How should I say that?
Hoi shan nampa. That's pretty good though.
Thank you. Chef, what is that?
If you want to see the picture, it's like a crudo. It's raw. We can do with like a shrimp, and we do with the scallop. So we make, it's called green seafood sauce. It's the house sauce. Sweet, sour, and spicy.
Yeah, it's like seafood sauce is used for like a topping for all kinds of different things. You got sour, you got spice, little sweet, you got a little umami from fish sauce. The reason why we put that on the menu is when we were with the Moklin, we would always go out onto the water at low tide to go harvest different things. And there'd always be an auntie who would join and would have like pull out like a thing of this sauce so that when she found an oyster or a scallop or something like that, she could eat it right there. Grab it from the sea and do it. When we opened, we put some Moklin dishes on the menu. I don't think we had enough credibility yet to cook some of those dishes because they can sometimes be funky, they can be savory, they can have a lot of different elements, sometimes very spicy. So we took it off, but then in the last year we said we're going to put a Moklin menu on, and we wanted to show dishes that reflected those like very amazing experiences.
There's a dish that is described as Moklin crispy pork belly curry. Bob Bowie clock tea. How close did I get?
That was good.
Pretty good.
That's
huh?
good.
How do you make that?
We're going to back to this story a little bit. We already moved back to the state. And then one of the community members named Pike. So we were talking about food. We tell him we want to make them food. We want to share the food. And he just said, I don't think if I could have chance to go to America, why won't you cook our food? Why won't you tell them who we are? Bring our food and, just cook it there so people know who we are. And then I get the recipe from them. And one day we decide to make it. And then I just like, I don't know how to make that. I call them up and I just like, okay, listen, I think I'm ready. I want to make you a curry. Tell me what I have to do. We just doing it. And then we test this out, two of us. And we just like, okay, I think it's ready to put it on the menu. We both approve. And yeah, we just put it on.
Yeah, so we originally did that as a sea bass curry, but we just kept on having troubles with purveyors for sea bass and the seasonality of it. The Moklin, while they are so incredible at anything seafood, they also do free range pig farming where the whole community takes care of pigs. In like I want to say right around like the World War II era, Chinese junk boats were showing up on the coast of Thailand. And so they started having more contact with Chinese cuisine. So we were like, that would be really cool to pay homage to like the Chinese crispy pork aspect because they have such great pork in this curry. So we pivoted to that and kind of got approval being like, hey, is this something you guys would do? And they were like, yeah, we would do this. Once they gave us the go ahead, then we put it on our menu and it's been a lot of fun to serve it. It's one of our most popular dishes, I think.
There's something on the menu that might surprise a lot of people when you think about Thai food. You got fried chicken. Now, that's an American Southern thing. Is fried chicken traditionally a Thai dish?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Everywhere in Thailand, every region has a different style.
We have fried chicken for breakfast.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yes. I growing up eating before I'm going to the school.
Fried chicken okay, now, how do you make fried chicken in the Thai way that is different or the same as, is it brined? Is it dip? Well, what do you do?
Lom Wong's fried chicken recipe comes from Wan Pen, my Thai grandma. The first time I had it, I was like, this is the best fried chicken ever. She didn't teach me it for like maybe 8 years. And when she did, it was just like, mix it all up. She'd throw everything and be like, all right, here, mix it all up. She'd throw a huge wok on a big propane stove and just fry it. And I remember being like, oh, what's the temperature you do it at? This, that. And she just puts my hand over the oil and goes, this is when it's ready, and throws it in. She never messed up fried chicken. This one has cilantro root in it. It has pepper. It has curry powder in it as well. And it's tempura battered.
What is arai kodai?
Means I'm down for whatever. And arai kadai kind of came from my first trip to Thailand. When I went there, I was given like a dictionary, right? This was 2005, I want to say. And so I didn't have a smartphone. Internet cafes were the only way to get internet. So I didn't even have like internet where I was staying. Before I went to this village, I was dropped off at an apartment and they're like, we'll pick you up in 3 days. And it was like 45 minutes outside of Bangkok. Now, this little dictionary that I was given with dishes, nothing in that dictionary was served at any restaurant. And I would just point at all the different things and people were just like, I don't have it. And nobody really spoke much English. And one person saw me and they're like, what is this, 18-year-old foreigner doing here? And took pity, spoke a little English. And he's like, do you need me to help you order? And I was like, teach me how to say, I will eat anything. He taught me that. And that's what I started saying to everybody. It worked 90% of the time. Sometimes I was pushed out of my comfort zone a little, but I think that's a good thing. And so when we started doing our pop-ups, we kind of wanted to put that as a forefront of the experience of like, Lom Wong has always been a conversation. Isn't about us trying to show you what real Thai food is. We're showing you what a very small part of Thai food is in an extremely vast cuisine, but we also look at it as a conversation because Sunny is Thai or Northern Thai. I'm a Jewish kid from the suburbs of Chicago. It's how you share your food, but also how you should approach another cuisine's food. And we think arai kadai is the best way to do that.
Okay, so chef, arai kodai is on your menu. It's an option.
Mm-hmm.
So I come in and I say, arai kodai, tonight, what do you make me?
I'm gonna ask you, what do you mood for today? You want to eat beef? You want to eat heavy, or you want something savory?
There's no set menu for arai kadai.
No set menu.
Okay, so I want to eat heavy and I want a lot of flavor. What are you going to make me tonight?
How many people are you eating with? Just you?
There's going to be 4 of us. Chef, knock it out of the park. What are you going to serve?
Well, 4 people, I'm gonna let you eat my mom crab curry, pu pat pong curry, and sharinda curry. We call it curry, but it's 2 different kinds. Yeah, one is dry curry and one is curry, but it's totally different. And I will give you a mango salad.
I'll be right there. What else do we get?
5 more dishes for a party of 4.
Yeah. And then, hoi she nam pla.
Which is?
If you like fried bamboo, you can go with it. It's, yes. And I love fish. Pla la pig samrot is a tamarind umami from fish sauce and the whole bronzino is deep fried.
Ooh, that one's for my wife. That's good. Do we get a sweet? Do we get a dessert? What kind of dessert do you make?
We have 2 different kind of dessert now. So one is the cambure. This cambure came from his mother, my mother-in-law. So
my mom does all the dessert.
She does all the dessert.
And what is this?
It's creme brulee. We have 2 types, so it's sold as a duo. One is roselle with lime sugar, and it's a coconut creme brulee. The other is meant to mimic tom kha, like the Thai soup. So it has galangal, lemongrass, and McRoot lime. And then our other dessert is a Thai ice cream sundae. So it's coconut sorbet, fish sauce caramel, Thai chili infused chocolate, peanuts and whipped cream, and then banana.
Fish sauce caramel?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
You just take fish sauce and cook it with sugar.
I'll be darned. Chef, can you comprehend how astonishing it is that you came culinarily out of nowhere on the American cooking landscape to become one of the most highly regarded chefs in the country? Has that sunk in yet?
Oh, I need Alex to translate that.
เขาบอกว่ามันก็มันเข้าสมองคุณว่า
ฉันคิดว่าเหมือนจากเราเริ่มต้นเราไม่ได้มองภาพแบบ
So Sunny says like she doesn't feel like that's accurate.
Wait, Sonny, hold on. You've got the award. You must be good, right?
Maybe this is a different way to explain it. And Sunny, if I'm wrong in any way, just tell me. The reason why Lom Wong works is due to, first of all, I think it was a unique vision that we had. From the beginning is this is what we were going to do. When we started this out, both Sunny and I were just like, we are going to do everything we can to show what we want to show about Thai food, do it the way we do it. And then when we opened up the restaurant, like, as you said, there's no experience. We don't know what we are doing. But what we do know how to do is build community. The reason why we're able to operate at this level is because we as a community were able to do it. So we have people like our sous chef, Steven, who has 25 years experience, who was able to say like, hey, this is how we need to run like the saute section of the line to make this work. We have our kitchen manager, Lydia, who is making sure everything gets sourced right and makes sure that all of our prep happens at the right time. We have our fry cooks and crudo cooks, Marla and Dee, who are perfecting those dishes every day. And our other line cook, Janie, who can jump in and make a curry when it needs to be made. Then we have our whole front of house team who we revolve all of our front of house on Expo. So everybody on our front of house has to work in the kitchen. And so they're making sure things are coming out the right way. And if something gets missed, they'll send it back. We view this as a reflection of a whole team. While this is part of Sunny's culture, and this might have been like a creative endeavor that she and I started together, and where we might have that like more steering of the creative ship of what we put on the menu, bringing the recipes to our team, then the whole team executes it together. And I think that's something that both of us feel very strongly about. It's very, I think it's very captivating, and it's a more realistic view of what the restaurant is. When we say like, hey, we got to the level, like we always look at it as this restaurant. Is that, yeah?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Chef, what gives you the most joy in all of this? Is it passing the food along to people who haven't seen it? Is it making patrons happy? Is it continuing a tradition from your family? Is it all of the above? Where do you get your happiness?
So when I make food and when we make food, every single detail, we will very get into that. When people having a food and somebody's been to Thailand many times and they just bring me back to Thailand again. When people said how much did they love the story about us. So every single detail, the feedback that we get, that just mean a lot. And even though people said, oh, I never thought I'm gonna like fish sauce, but you make me love fish sauce. That's a lot, right? That is mean a lot. That's just something like that. It just make us just do what we love to do. And yeah.
You guys are fabulous. What a wonderful thing you're doing. What a wonderful personal story. Congratulations on everything that's happened to you and for you. And I can't thank you enough for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're my new best friends. I'm going to fly out to Phoenix.
We will be here.
We'll be here.
Yotaka Martin, call her Sunny, and her husband Alex on Culinary Characters Unlocked. I'm David Page, and I'll see you next time.